Now, instead of creating that in DAX, I'm going to show you how you can create it in Power Query using custom column, which is a much better way to do it in most of the scenarios. Now, there is a better alternative to do this. Now, you can do the same thing using Power Query custom column, and there are benefits in doing that. If I go and do this calculation in Power Query, and I'm going to do that and show it to you how this works. One of the transformations you can do on a data is to add a column with a calculation. I want to show you this feature called Add Column, Custom Column. Here, it gives you a place that you can write whatever formula you want. This does that calculation, and I see the result over here. Just as simple as that. Now, there are lots of benefits in doing it this way. One of the most important benefits when I do this in here is that if I do it here, I can use it in multiple Power BI semantic models. The benefit is that once I create this process like that, then within my Power BI desktop, I can actually use that data flow as a data source. This is one important difference between adding your calculated column in Power Query versus adding it in DAX. When you create it in Power Query, you can reuse it more often in multiple Power BI semantic models, whereas in DAX, you cannot do that. Apart from those, I always suggest you to try creating your calculated columns in Power Query instead of DAX. Three benefits are: you can reuse it in multiple places, in multiple semantic models. You have a rich UI to use here. Sometimes you don't even have to write any formulas. And the third one is that if you use any intermediate columns and you want to remove those, you can do that in Power Query, whereas you cannot do that in the DAX calculated column.